Okay. I think we're all ready to go. Can you see the screen?
I can.
Okay. Oh, my cat here is this cat may be an issue. I may have to throw her out. But okay, so I guess the plan will be I just hit the play button, and when something important happens, either you tell me to stop or I'll pause it if it's like a reach or something.
Well, right off the start here, we have 4 pairs.
Right.
So I imagine we'll see Kita Kita right from the get-go, but with this hand, I'd probably hold off on the Kita for a second. Like, I'd probably start by throwing the 7-peen.
Right.
Kind of hedge my bets. Like, you have a good shape in Pinzu, you have a good shape in Sozu.
Yeah.
And see what you draw.
Yeah. I feel like, honestly, I could go either way on that, because putting down the North Star right away gives you those draws. You could, like, draw the 6-0, for example, draw next to the 7, and just drop these 9s or something like that. So I can see how dropping the North would also be a good move. I wouldn't feel confident about it either way. I think actually I'm going to turn off the music and enjoy the peaceful silence. You can't hear it anyway, can you? I assume you can't hear it
at all.
Okay, but anyway, yeah. So,
well, my goal would be, like, if I draw a 5th pair, I'm going Chitoi. If I draw anything around the 5-so, then I'll go for just a normal hand, and I'll call the Kitas. Although I guess the Dora is the 6-peen.
Yeah.
So that 7-peen is useful for that. So, and then the 7-peen is awful for Chitoi.
I guess what I'm feeling like is, okay, if you take these 2 Norths, you're already at a minimum like 3 Han hand as dealer. Like, it's just so much value for free, basically. Whereas going for Chitoi is really hard, and I feel like it's something you tend to do more if you have sort of some leeway, because you're like, if it doesn't work out, we'll just fold, whatever. But here, starting out as the dealer with 2 Norse, I would really feel like I want to go for like a fast hand, if possible. That's just how I would feel. So I don't know. Maybe it's
you're not gonna be able to call this no matter what.
Right? Yeah.
Draw that lets you call.
Right. I mean, yeah. I'm not thinking of calling. I mean, I guess it's possible this could go simples if things work out that way, dropping the 9s. But yeah, I was just thinking, like, if you go for Chitoi, you're dependent on getting the 5th and 6th pair, which is going to be slow no matter what, unless you get lucky. It is a bit faster in Sanma. But yeah, I mean, this is just my feeling. Like, going for Chitoi here is, like, doesn't feel good, because you end up with a not great weight, and it'd probably take a long time to get there. Whereas the shapes here are fine. Like, the shapes here aren't bad to start with.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of why I'm saying, like, hedging. Like, I think one thing about Kita to remember is it doesn't matter when you call the Kita.
Right. Well,
like,
I mean,
you can call them later, you can call them now.
I mean, it does to some extent. I don't know, because it is helpful. I mean, we're discussing this a really long time, but I do feel like getting that information earlier is better than getting it later, of what the draws are going to be. But anyway, but I think maybe we should move on, because we're gonna discuss this all night. Okay, yeah, and yeah, Zen decided to. Should I say it's Zen? I don't think it matters if I say who it is.
Yeah, it's really the other players that.
Yeah. That's our concern.
And that 8-peen was a good draw.
Oh yeah. That's good, very good. Yeah, really completing these shapes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got kind of have 6 shapes, but like, since like the 1, 2, 2 isn't that good, like. Oh, there we go. Very nice.
And the 5-so was really acting as a shape. So now we can toss the 3-peen.
Yeah.
And now this is a beautiful hand.
Right. Yeah. It's like a perfect Ishanten, looks like. And pretty close to simples. Probably won't be simples, but technically pretty close. Oh, and dropping the 7 there. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I would have dropped the 5-so, because South has not dropped. Or were we after that? So we drew the 5. Yeah, I would have dropped the 5-so, because South has yet to drop a so tile from hand, and I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of it now before it becomes more dangerous than it already
Yeah,
is.
and also just in terms of efficiency, like the reason you would discard the 7 is because you want to get it out of your hand, whereas it's kind of a safer tile compared to the 5. You would keep this if you want to fish for another shape, basically, because you already have the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It doesn't
Well,
really.
as far as efficiency goes, the 5-so is more efficient in hand because it can
Um,
still become a triple. The 7 peen
yeah,
cannot become a triple. So there's
uh,
no point. The 7 peen can't, like, it's a useless
yeah. I
of
guess
a net.
that's yeah. I guess that's true. Yeah, I'm thinking of it in a weird. Yeah, we don't. It would that would be the case if we had just 5, 6, 7. But since we have 5, 6, 7, 8, the 5, 6 is basically yeah. Just this is 7, 8, 9 plus 5, 5, 6 compared. I mean, these are basically the same. Although we do have the red 5 here, which I think makes you. Well, I guess that doesn't really matter either.
No, that makes it even better. I mean, the 5-so is minimum 2 tiles better
Mm.
since we see suits 2 7-peen in the discard. But
Well,
like the 5-5-6 is a much stronger shape than the 7-7-8 is.
um, what makes it a much stronger shape though? Isn't it essentially the same? 778 versus
Not with this
556.
discard pool.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right.
Like
Um,
now, the other issue is the fact that South has
hmm
so tiles in hand,
hmm
and we don't know what so tiles they have in hand. So we can assume they're eating up so tiles that we're going to need, which
Right.
is why I think we do discard the
hmm
non-red 5 here.
hmm
Uh, but it's worth noting that, like, if you are committed to fully pushing this hand and you want to be ready as fast as possible,
hmm
I think the 17 is the correct discard.
Right.
But but I like the 5-so better.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't. Yeah. The seven pin being dead mean that you won't draw a triple. I guess I think of the advantage of having two pairs is more the flexibility than the possibility of drawing a triple. Although that does improve the acceptance by two tiles. But anyway, yeah,
Let's see what happens with it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because they discard the 4 now, so this
hmm
5 is now especially dangerous.
hmm
Oh, now our 7-8 is just dead in all the ways, huh?
hmm
We're Tenpai now, though.
These
Oh,
this is
I'm on!
scary.
I'm on the Doro! What the hell?
Well, that happens. Yep.
Chankan, Pinfu, Dora, Aka, Tukita.
Yep.
That's amazing. That's absolutely beautiful. Wow,
Yeah.
that's one of the neater hands I've seen recently.
Okay, so they weren't even in Tenpai. Okay, I was just curious about that. Okay.
Oh, this hand is Tenpai.
Wow. Yeah. This is this is Shito, huh? Gonna wait on the one, so I guess maybe do double Rishi, wait on the one, so for get a minimum 4 Han Chitoi,
I
um
I
6400.
wondered about that. I'm not sure because, like,
We'll see. Like I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things that you could do here aside from just taking the double Rishi.
I think I would wait for a different
hmm
terminal runner than the 1-so just because we have 2 4-so in hand. Like,
hmm
if we're thinking about people's hands building, like, if
hmm
people don't have the 4-so, it's more likely that they'll end up waiting on it, and one of the weights for the 4-so is a 1-4 weight if they have the 2s and 3s. If we
Right.
had a pair of 2s or a pair of 3s, I would say Instarichi waiting on the 1-so, but since we have 2 4s, I feel like I would probably wait, like,
hmm
I would just wait until I got a better tile, which shouldn't take long. But I think Instarichi waiting on the 1-so is still perfectly fine, especially since it's an Insta
Yeah.
4.
I don't know. Is it that big of a concern that you have two four? Because it doesn't seem like that's very much information compared to like I guess you can wait on an honor instead, and that'd be better. But I don't feel like yeah. I mean,
No, I mean, it's not huge, but also, like, there's not a massive value increase. You're going from
mhm,
what, 9,600 to 12,000?
yeah. And also, I wasn't actually even thinking about what I would do. I was just thinking this is what Zen is going to do. It's going to be a double Richie.
Yeah, well,
I
I
didn't get to
mean,
the point of considering my action. Um,
yeah, those draws wouldn't have changed our line of thinking probably
yeah.
either. because we're not expecting to be able to pawn the 4-star or 6-star.
Yeah, I think
The East had already been discarded twice, so far there's nothing that we would have changed.
I think that
Oh, the 9-mon.
I think that personally, I probably would have done exactly the same thing as Zen here because I mean that double Ricci is worth quite a bit more points, minimum 9,600 for the
No,
four Han.
it's 12,000 with because it'd be double Ricci, Chitoy, reach double Ricci, Chitoy.
Yeah,
Oh,
four
right.
Han. Yeah, four Han, 25 foos, 9,600, right? As dealer.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sumo also makes it full Mangan, so 12,000. Could be Haneman as well. We'll see.
Well, 8,000.
Oh wow, yeah, two Ura. Baimon. No. Yeah, the double Rishi screwed me up there on the count because Shito is usually an even number.
But this is part of what I was thinking too, because Ura come in pairs.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of the time, the double Ricci isn't going to increase our value that much from the normal Ricci, because
Mm-hmm.
of how Ura works.
Right. I do feel like there's like I don't know. It is true that it probably won't take long for you to draw a reasonably good weight, or even draw like the North or something, and just wait on that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It could take 6 tiles or something. At which point, like it's so much later, you have lost a significant advantage.
But you can win that whole time. Like, and the 9-mon was drawn on turn 3.
Yeah, I mean, you could win a 2-Han hand. Anyway, let's not fight. Let's get along.
Yeah. Well, we were also already way in the lead, which we didn't talk about. But let's move on.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was just looking. At chat here. See if there's anyone showed up. Okay. This is
I should
pretty
turn
nice.
off the chat.
Pretty nice looking hand here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes to start. 2-away hand to start, but very nice shapes. Like extremely good 2-away. Holding on to that. I think I probably would just get rid of that 3, given how close it is to Tempai already. Yeah. But not really much to say about this hand, probably, because it's just going to instantly get into Tempai here. And got that Ipeco. So yeah, I feel like this is a pretty straightforward hand here to play. And
I don't know that I would have. Oh, I'm still fucking muted. No, am I muted?
No, you're not.
Did
you're
I
not.
mute myself? Okay,
I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right. I don't know that I would have called Ricci on this one. Because even without the Ricci, we still have enough to bust West. If they deal in.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think of that. I wasn't watching that. Yeah, that is a good point that you could just bust them out instantly. And that has so much value in ranked where Agariyame exists. Not Agariyame, but busting exists. I don't know why I'm saying Agariyame. Yeah, that's a really important thing to take into account.
Yeah, like I would, because that hand had just such ridiculous value, and now we wouldn't have gotten a Hanuman on the sumo, but we didn't. Wow. Okay, we have a 3-sided weight. I think this is
Itsu. Okay, so this is good. Yeah, this could easily even Atsumo is gonna kill them. So yeah, I think this is a really good time to. Should this have been a Dama hand?
Yeah, I think this should be a Dama too. I mean, Pinfu Dora. Mm-hmm. If you win on the 9-so, it's 2 more Han. So that would bust them if you sumo on.
Okay. So something to consider here. For one thing, well, I mean, there's one less 9, so that's a very small detail, but they already reached, so they're going to deal in the same either way. If you win on Itsumo for just Pinfu Dora, it's not going to be enough to end the game unless you Richi, right? So if you get Richi, Pinfu Dora, Tsumo.
Don't the 3 Honba make it enough?
Hold on. Let's see. So it needs to be over 5400. Would that be enough? Let me see.
No,
Where did the Homba come from? Oh, well, I don't know.
it would come from everybody.
So yeah. So it would need to be 5,400 as dealer, which would be a three Han, a three Han 30 fu hand is 5,800. Is that correct?
Well, if you sumo is 20 fu.
Yeah, but that'd be three Han. A sumo would be three Han 20 fu, so it wouldn't be enough.
No, it wouldn't be.
So yeah, I think the Ricci is probably a good move given that it came after this Ricci. That means that it doesn't matter. Like if this person deals in, it does not matter. They're going to deal in either way. That doing the Ricci means that the sumo will mean that you bust them out. So I think that the sumo is correct. Would you agree with that? Okay.
I think the sumo allows you to bust them out, but also at this point, like my absolute worst fear is dealing into them. Now we almost certainly have a better weight.
Right. But yeah, so that's the thing is like, are you ever gonna fold? Like, is there something like on the one there?
On that Dora draw, I absolutely fold.
But you're just going to let them sumo in that case. Like I feel like you may as well just push anything because if you fold, they're just going to sumo and hit you anyway. If you don't,
it doesn't hurt you that much though, because they're also taking points away from South.
Right, but
so you're gonna have two people who are still close to being busted, although we end up busting them anyway.
Right. Didn't Zen say this was a terrible game? This doesn't seem like a terrible game to me. Is this the wrong log? I wonder if this is the wrong log. I mean, there's only one log. There's only one log.
There were some interesting things to talk about there. I don't think it was pointless going over it.
No, I don't think it was.
This will also give us time to go over both Don Lappa and Rice Lords.
Yeah, I wonder if Zen was playing a trick on us in terms of saying that this was a bad game.
It might have been. Maybe Zen just wanted her greatest accomplishments on Twitch for everybody to see.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that that she knew that we were going to do it on Twitch, but let's see. Where's the? I need to get the next log. I'm not sure on my screen at the moment. So this is going to be Don Lapis. Oh, she said, can you please review this shitluck game, sad face? So shitluck in a good sense? I assume because of the sad face, it was in a bad sense that the other people got the shitluck. Anyway. Let me bring up the other log. I need to make sure I, Hey, cat. To make sure I anonymize it before I switch back. I'm showing the waiting screen that Len made for me, which I think is really, really nice looking.
Yeah, I really love the way Neon Maru is like on top of the tile.
Show nickname. Okay, let me switch back. There we go. So this is also a 3-player game. Okay, I didn't realize Don Lapis was as well. Okay, we got some 3-player logs. So okay, we're the second dealer. Let's get started. I assume this will be a longer one. Okay, this is looking kind of Honitsu-ish. 1, 2, 3. It's kind of very sketchy.
Wow. Okay, those draws made our hand so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is kind of interesting. Yeah, I feel like you may as well go for. Yeah, this is actually kind of weird in terms of Honitsu versus Yakuhai hand. Like, you could get Dora and 3 Yakuhai here theoretically, which would already be 4 Han. I think it's
4 Yakuhai. Oh wait, we're south, aren't we?
Yeah.
3 Yakuhai.
Yeah. I think you're unlikely to get all 3. So I would lean towards going Honitsu here. But I mean, it really depends on being able to build literally any shapes aside from this 889. Like the shapes here are so bad.
Yeah, my plan would be to discard the 1-so first and see what happens. If I draw around the 5-so, I'll discard the 2-3 pin. If I don't, then I'll keep the 2-3 pin.
Right.
That's not
what if you so if the first thing you draw is the 3-so, you would just drop these, right?
Yes. Pawn, discard the 1-so.
Okay. Yeah, Don Lapa is on your schedule so far. Um,
Yep, there we go.
yeah, that I think is not good because this extra two doesn't help you that much. This five
It does.
allows
Toy toy, homie.
um
This is a great toy toy.
is
Two
it?
eight white green.
But you're still I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's fine for Toy Toy. I don't know. I guess I'm anti Toy Toy, but
Dealer's tossing Pinzu.
yeah, it's just yeah, needing to get like it's just so. I guess I always feel bad about needing to get so many pairs, needing to get so many triples. Like what if you don't ever get? Yeah, I mean,
I mean, that's fine. You can, but like both of these are good complex shapes. You're
mhm,
perfectly fine drawing the 7-so. You're perfectly fine drawing the 1 or 4 peen.
yeah.
I like discarding the 9-so there.
Hmm. Mm.
This is just sort of
Oh, okay. It does turn into Toy Toy quite nicely. Possible Honitsu or possible San. I don't. I'm so obsessed with Honitsu. Possible Sanko is what I meant to say. Oh well.
yeah, and that's just unfortunate. They got there a little bit quicker than us. They had a slightly better weight. They had one of our tiles. Jesus. Richi Apatsu, Sumo Penfu, Dora Red 5, 2 Kita.
Yeah. It seems like Don Lapa basically played that exactly the way that you would have played that. Is that correct?
Yeah, I thought that was brilliant. Oh, is this Tokushi? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Rokushi.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Could be. I mean, to me, this looks like like you might go for Kokushi and end up getting Toy Toy. So I would probably, if I decided I wanted to keep this. I mean, there is a chance to draw here, isn't there? Um, Probably just take the draw. I don't know. I actually don't know what the odds are of getting Kokushi starting with 9 in Sanma. Is
Yeah,
it
I don't know the numbers in Sama. I know the numbers are dreadful in Suma.
yeah.
I'm tempted to go for Chanto with this hand. I wish we had one Yakuhai paired up. Or not even a Yakuhai,
Um
one Honor.
yeah, but I mean so do you think that it's worth keeping this to go for Chanta? You wouldn't do a draw here?
No, I'd probably do a draw. I don't like. We're just so close. We're so close to having enough shapes
Hmm.
to make this a really interesting hand.
Yeah, I feel like I almost never go for Chanta. I just hate Chanta. I guess it does have the appeal that that it's good for folding that because you're keeping all the terminals and stuff. Um,
Chanta is a lot weaker in Sama though, where you're not allowed to chi.
right, and
And also, we are a dealer,
mhm,
and we like in Sanma, you must capitalize on your dealership.
right, yeah,
So
yeah. I definitely think that this like we could go for Kokushi here if we were behind and it was South 2 or something maybe, but
yeah, but East 2,
and if we weren't the dealer, if all of those things were satisfied late in the game, and you're not dealer, and you get like 8 or 9 in your hand, or like if you got 8, then you probably may as well go for it anyway. But if you get 9, then I think that the requirements are steeper. Um,
yeah,
since
I'm for the draw here.
okay, let's see what happened. Nope, not taking that. Going for Kokushi, I assume. Oh,
With that 19 draw, now I'm definitely I'm calling Kita on this round. I would have pawned the one
hmm
mon, discarded the West probably or the 9 mon since a couple are already gone,
hmm
and I would have committed to a Chanta hand.
yeah. Um,
Yeah,
for
we
me,
we would have,
for
we would have
me,
had the 7, 8, 9. So
I mean, it's a little silly to even discuss like Kokushi Muso strategies, but like when I go for it, I'm usually assuming that it might turn into a Chitoi. Um, if it just like because you're always a few tiles away from having a Chitoi hand. Um,
now you gotta call the Kita. Now you're required to call the Kita. and keep that 8-peen.
Yeah, this is actually very close to a different a
This is
different
all terminals
Yakumon.
now.
Yeah, it's all terminals. It's one away from all terminals.
There's only
Ridiculous.
one peen gone. Oh no, there's 2 gone. The 1 peen is dead.
Yeah, unfortunately. So the 1 pin is going to have to be the pair here, but could end up waiting on the 9mon. The 9mon is almost dead as well.
No, the 9mon is dead.
Oh, okay. Is it dead? Okay.
No, well, there's 2 gone, right? And for us to get all terminals, we need another set here.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
That was a good discard of the 9. So yeah, now we're playing defense.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think this is happening. Yep. This is so close to so close to this all terminals. Yeah.
Yeah, all terminals. A hand that I have never seen actually.
I've gotten it in Asura, I think.
I think yeah, I think I would have gone for Chanta earlier and not let the all terminals flow speak to me.
You know what? I should I'm sorry. I should do a ping to log review, because some people have that role. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go for it. I think if we go for Chanta, do we complete there? I think we do.
Hold on.
Because we would have had the 7, 8, 9. So
right.
We would have had the ones.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Whenever you pull one for the key to draw.
1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 1, 1 makes a complete hand. So yeah, it would have been a Junshan with 3 Dora. So that would have been a closed Junshan with 3 Dora is Hanemon. So yeah, that would have been something. Unless there was an opportunity to open, that maybe it would have been an open hand. But certainly it could have been a closed Junshan with 3 Dora.
Yeah. I mean, I would have opened on the 1-mon discarded turn 2. Because that was discarded, I think, the turn before we drew it. So, but I mean, open Junshan is still fine.
Like, yeah, it'd still be a Mangan.
Especially since we had pairs that we could pawn, and we had the Kita. Like, if you're just for the sake of speed.
Hey, cat.
Now we have an awkward hand. This is a hand that I'd love to see in Suma, but in Sanma, I'm like, wow, this is awkward.
Yeah. 4 pairs now. Yeah, 4 pairs at Yankan over here. Yeah, these shapes are kind of like really mediocre. A couple of good draws and we got excellent shapes, but yeah. Like, I feel like this has pretty good acceptance for like upgrades and stuff, but it's just kind of ugly to look at. Yeah, 5th pair. Okay, Chitoi. Oh no. Okay. I feel like. Oh no. The Hatsu is already. Okay, I see. Yeah.
We have 5 pairs now, but man, what is South going for? Hold on a second. They've pawned the 2-peen and discarded 8, 2 Dora 3-peen, and then a 5-peen. What are they on about?
Okay, so starting out the 9 and 1. Yeah, that's a good question.
The person on the right's going for a Sohonitsu.
Maybe they've got. Okay, so what is their situation? Maybe they've just got like Yakuhai or something, or a cheap simples hand that this doesn't fit into. Let's just take a look. Yeah, they've got like a
or simple, yeah.
They've got like a pseudo Honitsu that is not actually, or a pseudo Chinitsu that just has this, and maybe even forgot that they opened on the 2 and think they're going for Chinitsu. That could be possible. Although, yeah, I mean, calling the 2-pin and then drawing the 3-pin, like it doesn't seem like you're going to be able to use it. And this was a Tsumogiri, the second one here, so yeah, they got rid of the 3-pin because they figured there's no way I can use it since I already called the 2s. They're all dead.
And then they drew it next.
Yeah, that terrible backfire that would have made their hand actually worth something. Oh well.
Yeah, it was an awkward choice for them to call that at all.
Hey cat. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to
Yeah,
get rid of this
perfect.
cat. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Well, and now that dealer has discarded the 6, so I don't want to discard Sozu anymore. I mean, Sozu look incredibly expensive
Okay, sorry about that.
just because of the hand on the right. Well, but I mean, but at the same time, no one has any Kita.
Mm-hmm.
And if the person on the left has Sozu, who cares? The biggest possible hand they could have if we were to deal in would
Yeah.
be Toy Toy. Toy Toy Dora 2 if they have two. No,
Yeah.
Toy Toy Dora 1 if they have the red 5.
Yeah, this
The red
situation
5.
doesn't seem too scary. Like especially this person on the left, their hand is just so obviously cheap if it's anything. Um, the dropping, yeah, like it seems okay to just push here. To me,
The person on the right is probably Senpai, but
yeah, I mean, we see most of the Dora. They could have maybe if I mean, they could have theoretically like a pseudomangan or something like that's actually yeah. I mean, it's so easy for them to get a value as dealer that they could have it, but the odds are that it's probably not scary. So
yeah.
you can. So I think like the fact that this hand has so much value with the two norths and being Ishan 10 for Chitoi, and maybe it can just become like it can easily become a normal hand if you draw a single pair or single triple.
Well, it cannot easily become a normal hand. That is false. This hand cannot easily become a normal hand under almost any situation.
Well, suppose you draw. So I'm saying, suppose you draw another triple. Suppose you draw the 9 pin. At that point, you have the 4 4 7 7 9 9 9, and you got 1 1 5 6 6. So like one more good draw will put you pretty close to a normal hand at that point. So I'm not, so it's not easy, but
one more good draw will put you to Shanten, and you're relying on the 4-7, which are Suji to each other, and all of the Pinsu are in the pond.
mm-hmm.
The 1-1-2 is basically a Pinchan, and the 5-6-6 is nice, but both players are obviously boarding Sozu. So,
right.
like,
So what I'm saying is that you're probably going for Chito here, but
yeah.
if you get a couple of draws, it can easily become okay. I shouldn't say it can easily become a normal hand, but it's like these things happen. Anyway,
Turn Dealin tiles off.
um,
It's ruining the surprise.
Oh, I didn't realize it was even on. Okay. Well, see, there's a triple, but it dropped it. Okay, waiting
I would
on
not
the.
have called Ricci.
Yeah, the Ricci does add in significant value, but without it, it was still 6,400. With it, it's 8,000 and possibly more, but it would need to reach Hanuman to be 12,000. So okay. Well, that worked out. Yeah, they did have a Mungan. Okay, yeah, that they did have a scary hand.
They had Chanta.
Well, they have
Honitsu,
Chanta,
2
Honitsu.
Yakuhai, and
Yeah,
Chanta.
yeah. I guess this
If they
does.
if they had one on the east,
Mhm.
they would have had a Hanuman.
Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't thinking Honitsu. I think if I'd been playing the game, I would have been worried about Honitsu, but
Well, I said it was Honitsu while you were gone.
yeah, I missed that. Yeah, I feel like I'm not doing a good job of actually looking at the discards the other players are making too much. Let me try and do that better. This is a nice
Oh,
looking.
this is a beautiful hand.
Yeah, nice looking Simples hand. See how this goes. 1, 2, only 4 shapes technically.
That's fine. We'll have more.
Yep. It's still only 4 shapes. I guess maybe you can you divide it up into 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, I guess you can divide it up into 5, but it's just 3 of them are incomplete. Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Eh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah.
Yeah,
Well,
that
we won it.
yeah, that did work out. Yeah, that 3, that's really sketchy. Calling the pawn on something that's probably going to be your weight. It seems a little bit unnecessary, especially given the score differences and everything. If they
Yeah,
were
I would have just chilled. Our hand could have become so much more valuable. I mean, we could have ended up with Rian Peiko there.
yeah,
Yeah,
even
2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7.
yeah,
There are so many upgrades to that hand. I would have
yeah.
just waited.
This can so easily become at least like a minimum four-han hand with simples Pinfu Richi Dora. And if you get we're
Antonio.
um yeah. Simples. I said simples.
Oh yeah, that's simples, isn't it? Oh
Yeah.
man. Wow, you just changed my life, Bill.
Yeah, anyway. So yeah, Mentanpin. I don't want to say Mentanpin because like not everybody knows what that means. Anyway. Okay, another nice-ish. Okay, starting out with 4 pairs.
I
I don't know.
swear to God, if we get another Cheetoy hand, I'm gonna throw my computer out the window.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to draw the Hatsu here, I think. Because yeah, just being able to open this hand would be really nice. With these Dora.
Well, if we draw the Hatsu, we have 5 pairs.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, if you drew the Hatsu and had a chance to pawn it, would you take that or would you go for a Chitoy?
Absolutely not. Not unless I've drawn other stuff first, either a triple or the 1 peen or 4 peen. I probably would have discarded the 7 so first in this situation.
Okay, hold on. Discard
Oh,
the
I
7 instead of
definitely
the.
don't discard the West.
All right, so let's go back a little bit. So discarding the 7 first. Specifically because of keeping the Hatsu for Chitoy, being
Yes.
more likely to draw. So like by inference, you're more likely to draw the terminals and honors.
There's really no
Well,
inference to be made on
right,
turn.
yeah, that is, yeah. So that's assuming, yeah, this is a little bit like, yeah, like the inference comes after you wait for a couple turns and you see that nobody has dropped it, but you have to keep it in order to see that. So
Right. But yeah, I probably drop the 7 so first. And once I draw this 2 peen, I definitely drop this 7 so because that West
yeah, the West.
is beautiful.
Oh,
Oh, why we're playing Kita now?
yeah, okay. I mean, this is still working out okay. This is it's 2 away.
Yeah, we're two Shanten instead of is Shanten,
Yeah,
which that's the real killer.
yeah. I mean, it's a better 2 Shanten than I mean, it's not a bad situation.
It's more efficient, but Chitoy gave us so much value since we
Yeah.
had 2 Dora in hand.
Right.
The with a Ricci we have Mongon, on a Sumo we have Mongon.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, this is going to be valuable no matter what. Minimum for Han just from the Doras. Ricci, and I mean, it's going to be minimum Fin Han because 5 Han because you can't win without another Han. So probably going to be Hanemon.
Our Tenpai would have come on turn 9. But see, we're still ending up stuck with we still have 4 pairs in hand.
Yeah. Oh well, too bad. Manga.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we end up winning that hand.
Yeah, it just didn't work out. Oh, okay. Well, how many shapes we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, this looks good for Chinitsu. The Dora is not a Sotile, so it's kind of hard. But if you get a single north, it becomes Hanemon. So this can easily become Hanemon or Baimon or even San Baimon if you keep it closed. So I feel like I'd definitely be thinking about Chinitsu here with this opening hand.
Yeah, I'd be thinking Honitsu, but
Mm-hmm.
I'd really like to pull in the south.
Yeah, Honitsu is nice, but it's not certainly you can't rely on getting Honitsu. So I mean, yeah, certainly take a Honitsu, but this is good for Chinitsu too. You have 4 shapes for it, so it's hard to call anything is the thing, but if this were 4-player rather than 3-player, I think it'd be a lot better for Chinitsu, because you can actually call stuff. Oh yeah, now I'm pretty close with that south. Yeah, and
Yep.
double south actually. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Oh. Okay, hold
And we
on.
shouldn't. I don't like the one peen.
Yeah, I think just get rid of the Sotals because it's so much more value to get that Mangan. It is South 1 already, but I mean, this is Sanma. That 30,000 point gap is nothing. So just go for the gold.
Yeah, definitely go for Honitsu on this hand. Yeah, there's the backfire.
Thinking of Itsu, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can get it.
Mm-hmm. Itsu is also
for it.
Itsu is also nice, but
and everybody discarding Pinsu, like this is the perfect, like you couldn't ask for a better Honitsu here. Like everything you could possibly want is happening. You have all the shapes you need.
Yeah.
You have the double Yaku high, and everybody is discarding Pinsu.
Yeah. And yeah, it would be so nice to have those 3-1 pin. That's so oh well.
Well, and now you're stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, now you have to fold basically because you're not going to be able to discard
that
5-so.
Yeah, this is scary. You just at this point, I feel like you just want it to Oh shit!
Yeah, that's the one thing we couldn't do.
Yeah,
it's Tempai, but the 5-so like it has to deal in almost.
Yeah.
And they had 3 Kita. Like you can't screw around with dealer with 3 Kita in Sanma. I think there have been some finicky things that I've talked about throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
This is the hand that changes the game.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this was it. Like this is so. I think it'd be different if it wasn't like row 3. If we didn't have these 3 norths out, like this is terrifying. The situation. If you fold here, you 100% fold. There's a very good chance that it just goes to exhaustive. But I feel like pushing, like best case scenario, you get a Mangan. Not that great. Like, So yeah, I feel like definitely you agree with this, right? We should just just fold here.
Yeah, this is once we have failed to commit to the Honitsu,
mm-hmm.
we are in fold town. We have to win before the dealer gets Tenpai. That is
right.
our whole aim.
Right.
Like I'll even think if we're Tenpai and we're open, obviously if we got to Tenpai closed, which we very well might have done here if we had those tiles in hand, then there's nothing we can do if we've called Ricci.
Right.
But even if we're Tenpai with a Mangan or even a Hanuman Honitsu open, I would still be tempted to fold this hand. I mean, their hand looks horrifying. All Pinzu drops, calling Ricci on the 7-so, 3 Kita, dealer, 4 and last. Nah, I'm out.
Yeah. The only thing that is somewhat, I mean, I guess we can only see one Dora. This is terrifying, and the score situation is like we really don't want them to win, but like it's certainly not irrecoverable if they do. But if we deal into them, then like if we deal into like a big hand to the dealer and put ourselves in third, like it's really hard to. We need to preserve these points, I think.
Yeah, I mean this hand has to be minimum Hanuman, like.
Yeah.
So a 36,000 point swing is.
Yeah, so definitely, this 5-so I think is especially scary given what the discards look like. Like they drop no so tiles and then they drop the 7. The 5 I think is extremely scary to drop, and they didn't drop any so tiles either. So it's just, they're very expensive.
But I do believe we have made our point by now.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We can't talk all day. Okay, another pair's hand. This is 2 away from Suanko at the start. Let's see where it goes. Are they going to put down these norths? Oh. Guess not. Oh well.
Yeah, I think I would have done Kita Toy. Try and get a fast callable Mangan if, there hadn't been a draw.
Right. Uh, I think that's interesting because well, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, because these norths are still useful as a pair, even if you I guess yeah, like
The problem is we need value now.
yeah,
Like
yeah, the value
now
is
that
the
we're
thing.
25,000 points behind.
Yeah, I just want to emphasize that like if these weren't Norse, it would definitely be a valuable pair to keep um, for Toy Toy because you always end up you end with a four triples and a pair. So yeah. Okay, let's go. It's looking.
And again,
what a
Jesus.
what a cursed
And
game.
our hand has gotten worse every time.
Yeah.
It's just progressed. Can we call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? No, we can't draw.
No.
I bet we draw a terminal and have 8.
This is amazing. I mean, this is a chance to go for Kokushi. Oh, not going for Kokushi. It's not. I mean, yeah, going for Honitsu here seems kind of reasonable. I mean, this is three shapes for Honitsu, so you need more, but
I'd probably discard the one so instead of the Hatsu there. As you say, kind of thinking about Honitsu.
mm-hmm.
Although I'm not gonna like the
Yeah,
nine so is Dora. I'm not gonna overly commit to Honitsu. I'm just gonna
yeah,
kind of
yeah. This isn't. I don't think this is a Honitsu hand so much as a borderline could become Honitsu kind of hand.
now I'm definitely not going for Honitsu.
Yeah,
Now that I've got the Aka 5 so.
yeah. You needed like a couple of pin draws right away for that to become a thing,
Ooh.
or honors. Oh, okay.
Dealer
Yeah.
Scary again.
Yeah,
Now
this
they would call it.
looks. Yeah, this is some shenanigans over here. I don't know what you do here. Like, just hope that John Shi one deals in.
I mean, you fold.
Yeah,
You discard 3
yeah,
tune is what you do.
yeah. This situation is so bad that like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, doesn't it make sense to push just because? Yeah, like,
A sumo won't kill us.
hmm,
It
well,
would take a Yakuman sumo for us to die.
um, well, hold on. Wouldn't a Sanbaimon would be enough, wouldn't it? Is that not 24,000 is Sanbaimon? Okay, hold on.
Oh yeah, with sumo loss at I was doing the sumo loss too much. I
um,
did too much sumo loss.
right. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you're right. A Sanbaimon would, but
yeah, it's confusing because the sumo for the dealer is the same as a ron for non-dealer, so it's like sumo loss is so confusing. It's
but no,
not.
you're right. But they are not likely to have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Sanbaimon this
Yeah,
open. This could easily be a Baimon. Oop, I don't like the 3 so.
yeah,
Yeah, I definitely would have gone tune.
yeah. I guess. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily thinking so much of busting out immediately as like this situation is rapidly becoming like untenable and impossible. Um, being kind of late in the game. I think it makes some amount of sense to push. I don't know if it's the right move, but it certainly feel more incentivized to push than if that had happened like in East One.
But here's the thing, right? If we fold,
Mm-hmm.
South can still deal into West. Like, well, I guess in the last hand,
Yeah,
West could have flipped into dealer.
right. But I mean, even
They get hit with a dealer Baimon. That's 24K, a
yeah,
24K roam. That
yeah,
helps us.
yeah, that does help us. All I'm saying is like, I mean, we could get a comeback in our dealership, but like the situation is so untenable at this point that it like I can see how you would push just because you're looking for a pathway to win that is unlikely to be found. And if someone else wins, it's either gonna like equalize the points out more like and give you a little bit of an advantage, or like there'll be a sumo that makes you go down close to busting out. Whereas if you win, you could win something that actually gets you kind of close to second, or to a point where second is like within reach. Um, so yeah, I don't know if that's a good move, but I think it is a little bit more of a good move than it seems kind of reasonable to me. Is all I'm saying. Um, but yeah, I don't think I'm not making a very spirited defense of that, but I just feel like the situation is so bad that it's like hard to say what the right move is because everything is going to end in disaster. And the pathway to victory is so narrow that it's hard to put any value on one move over another.
I like the 9-pin drop instead of the one so. Thank you. Sorry, I'm saying thank you to somebody else.
Hold on. Hold on.
One more turn.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. So here,
No, backwards. Back 2 turns.
Oh, back. Oh, okay. Is this
Here.
here dropping
9.
the 9? Okay, I see. We had a pair of one mon, and yeah. I guess. Yeah. What is the idea with keeping the? I mean, I guess there may be some idea that this could become a honitsu.
Yeah,
But
that would be the reason to keep the 9-pin,
mm-hmm,
but the reason I'm dropping the 9-pin here
mm-hmm.
is we're already ish on 10. If we drop
Yeah.
the 9-pin,
Mm-hmm.
we're ish on 10, and we're specifically ish on 10 on the Dora Hatsu pawn.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I do not want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to leave that. Now I'm
Right.
dropping the 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
We are no longer ish on 10.
Yeah, that's the fact that you can call the Hatsu, yes, that's the critical thing here.
Like stepping back is something we cannot be doing right now.
Right. Yeah, I think you could also, I mean, you could also drop this 3-5, I guess.
That would also be a step back.
Would it hold on. If you okay, hold on. If you drop the 3 and you call the Hatsu and you drop the 5, you
You're
wouldn't
not
be in
tenpai. You
Tenpai?
got two. No,
Oh
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
two,
yeah,
three,
yeah.
four,
2, 3,
five.
4, 5. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is this oblong. This shape just doesn't work. Yeah, the 9-pin does have to go. This odd admin 9-pin. But I mean, you could also drop the 3-5 just because it's a bad shape. And this pair of one mons is still going to be useful. But I mean, basically that would just be to get it out of your hand.
Right. But the 3-5 is a bad shape. But
Yeah,
like, there's a lot of ways it can become a good shape, and
yeah.
that is
Certainly.
Adora.
Yeah, yeah. But I do think, yeah,
So the
yeah,
9-pin is the appropriate drop here. I
yeah,
think. I
definitely.
feel pretty good.
Yeah, definitely nine pin is the efficient drop, and I think the one mon is kind of reasonable ish. Trying to get better shapes if you want to fish for shapes next to the 3-5, like what happened here. Um, but I don't think there's a reason to drop the mon before the 9-pin either way. So yeah, I don't think there's any argument for keeping the 9-pin here unless you really think you can get Onitsu.
I mean, now we do have a 3-sided weight, which is nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, we would have been Tenpai
Yeah.
much earlier.
I mean, it's not much of a 3-sided weight.
It's really not. And we would have been Tenpai like an entire row earlier, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Oh
an entire
wow.
row.
Oh,
Like 3
well,
turns.
that's the
That
ball
must.
game. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So yeah, definitely the big mistake there was the previous game of not folding against that crazy crazy hand. And here, other than that, just like some minor efficiency stuff. Basically, I think the push fold stuff is really more critical when it comes down to it than some
Yeah,
minor efficiency things.
and also the harder thing to judge in Sanma typically. Like,
Right.
you have to think about Sanma differently than you think about Suma. They're the same. All of the same skills will
Mm.
help you, but the flow of the game, the pace of
Hmm.
the game is entirely different.
Okay, let me We have one more log to go over. This actually, I don't think it's taken us that long to do this many. It's been less than 1 hour.
Yeah, it hasn't taken long at all. Well, it was because Zin's game was so fast.
yeah. Basically, we've gone over one log and one log summary, one log preview trailer teaser. Right, loading up the last log here. I don't know if this is going to be 3 or 4 player. I assume it's 4 player probably. Yonma or Summa. Okay, this is Jade Room. Oh, it's 4 player East.
Oh dang. Okay. Jade 4-player East. I have to admit, I don't think I've played a single 4-player East game.
So I mean, we can think of this as it being South 1. South 1 all points equal, so
all right, that's how we'll do it then.
that's technically just exactly what it is, right? From our perspective or from your perspective. I mean, I've played some East games here and there. 1, 2,
This game
3.
sucks.
It's okay. I feel like for 4 player, this isn't that bad because I mean, yeah,
I mean, we
it
don't
is
have a lot
garbage,
of
but
trust to get rid of, but it's just like we don't have anything good to hold on to
yeah,
either.
yeah. There's a lot of simple tiles here. It's something, and it does have. Well, it's 1, 2, 3. Like if we draw one more pair, then it'll be 4 pairs. So we'll see. Could happen. I feel like definitely in 4 player, there's a lot more like it doesn't matter quite as much what your opening hand is because usually you have plenty of time to kind of improve it,
That's true.
and you can chi. So a lot of hands that don't look very good can turn into a simple sand with a couple of good draws
That
and
was
also
very
get
nice.
open.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Aka 5 so and then that 3 peen really
Oh,
did us wonders.
hold on.
I probably don't toss the 2 peen. Go back 1 full turn actually. Yeah, right here. Since this is an East game
Mm-hmm.
and we have the red 5, I mean we've already denied the 9 mon.
Mm-hmm.
I probably keep the 2-2-3-4 shape and discard the 9 so.
Yeah. That's so right. Like
We have 6 shapes right now.
mhm.
The 2 peen I think is the most efficient
Yeah.
discard
Yeah.
if we're staying closed.
If you want to go for like even if it does give you more value regardless to get rid of this 9 shape, and this 7-9 shape isn't like this Kanchan. It's not that good anyway. Certainly, this Adyan Men 2-2-3-4 is like crap. This is basically just an isolated 2 as far as shapes go. Um, but yeah, like it is an isolated 2 that you could draw next to, which we do like next turn.
Yeah.
Um,
I like the ability to call
mm,
is my main thing with going for the Tanyao here. Being a
right.
cat, like especially in E, there's a little bit more
Mhm.
cat action is necessary.
Yeah, so this is interesting because this 2-3-3-4 shape is very nice, and this is another chance to drop the 9-7. But there is also the issue of Furi 10 that was introduced by dropping this too.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I
I
don't
feel
know.
like
There's still an argument to be made for keeping the Nakabukure. Like
yeah, I
even
think this is the thing. Like Furi 10 does not mean like Furi 10 is not infinitely bad. You can that's just if it's your final weight. So you're not necessarily going to end up on that 2-5. It's just something to take into account. So I think I think that given the bad shapes we have here, the 9-7 and the 2-4, just keep the 3. It's a great tile.
although if we didn't keep the 2, we probably aren't gonna keep the 3 either.
Right. But yeah, I think you both this 2 and this 3 are fine to keep. Like this 2 makes a lot more sense to me just in terms just as a broadly as an efficiency issue. But keeping the 3 here I think is definitely good. Even though you deal with the chance of Hurry 10, even if you do get Hurry 10, you could do Hurry 10 Richi and Sumo if you
Yeah.
get it pretty
Well,
fast.
there's only we're more likely to end up on a 1-4 weight than we are to end up on the 2-5 weight
Mhm.
with the tiles that have already been discarded, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess there's the two peen.
Mm-hmm.
I guess kind of make it equal. So never
Right.
mind. It's like one tile more likely, but whatever. We dropped the three peen, I believe,
Yeah.
is what happened. Yeah.
Right.
Now we got two people calling their hands.
Yeah.
Those
It's
bastards.
not too scary though so far.
Well, we can't see any of the Dora. Well, and now we're getting rid of the 9-7 anyway.
Yeah, this is Ishan 10 for a Champon wait.
Or Kanchan.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah,
So
I'm fine with that.
yeah, because we're going simples, there's no real reason to keep the 7 over the 4. It would technically be a perfect Ishan 10, but or no, it wouldn't because we got 3 pairs. Oh, another 2. If only the 2, 3, and 2 were kept.
Those lower Pinzu.
That 6 there, I think, is good to keep, isn't it? If we drop the I don't know. I guess you could end up with hmm.
I also don't know here. I mean, we can't see any 7 peen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
And
also
only one 9 has been dropped, so like the upper Pinzu are kind of sparse on the board. I'm probably at this point just gonna try and safely get to a K10 if I can.
But what does K10 mean again?
Yeah,
An empty Tempai?
yeah,
Okay, a Tempai
Tenpai
that can't
doesn't.
win. A Yakulas Tempai?
I mean, more than likely, we're gonna end up with a Tenpai that can win because this is almost certain
Yeah.
to be simples, but
Yeah.
yeah, they're just sumo. It doesn't matter. That's a weird hand. All right,
Beautiful.
we're starting off 1,000 behinds. That's whatever. This is
Yeah.
wow. This hand just
Yeah. So remember, this is an East game, so we can think of this as being South too. It's actually kind of late, but the scores are pretty close. Um. So yeah, it's whatever.
yeah
This.
yeah. No one's above 30K yet, so
And we're not the dealer, so I feel like we can take it easy with this hand. It's kind of a crappy starting hand. We can just see what happens here.
I don't know. Dai sushi.
Want to want to keep some safe tiles around, I think, given how bad the starting hand is. Try and keep 1 or 2 safe tiles, unless like you start drawing into something. Excellent.
Dai east.
Yeah. This north, and the
I'd
south.
probably hold on to the north.
I'm saying like as safe tiles, like you see these things getting discarded. The north being your wind is actually pretty safe right now to hold on to forever.
I'd probably hold on to the Hatsu. Just like if
Mm.
this hand's ever going to become something, it
Mm.
does need some help.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Although I'm not gonna grip onto it with any sort of conviction.
Yeah, I mean, you could just you could draw 3 lucky tiles and get into like a Menton pin or something. So, and this is actually not that far away. Starting at, like if this was a starting hand, it'd be pretty dang good.
Yeah.
So
Now
we're
we throw the
basically 1 row
2
behind. um, yeah, how far away are we? So I mean, this is going to be Ricci only with this triple here, so it's not worth that much. But we're still 2 away.
That's actually a good point. I wonder if we drop the 5 peen instead to leave open the possibility of Sanshoku, since this hand is so worthless. But I mean, Richie only gets us out of blast.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is an East game, so doing a Ricci only hand and getting 2 Ura is like that's practically getting you first place at that point. Like you're going into South 3 with a decent lead, basically.
I probably do drop the 5 peen here though. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. So and yeah, this hand can get red 5. Any of the red 5s can fit in here. So there's a reasonable chance of getting one more Han value. So Ricci, one Dora could get 1 or 2 Ura. Have a reasonable
There, I
value.
definitely would have dropped the 5 peen.
Hold on. Let me go back. All right, so here, oh yeah, yeah, this we got some good shapes here in the 5 pin. Like we don't need to fish for more shapes at this point. Got one,
Yeah, and
two,
I don't.
three, four,
There's
five.
not a lot of point in Sakagiring the Forso if we're still gonna have the 5 pin in hand. Like
Yeah.
the Forso is more dangerous because it can be included in shapes that include the
Mm.
Dora 6. So, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean the 5 pin is also not great. I just dropped the 5 pin.
Yeah. Yeah, like the 3 4 4. That's a very useful shape. So, it's not like we've got a million pairs here. So having an extra pair is very very useful. Gives you some flexibility in the hand. Oh, okay. That
They cheat. They cheat a Ryoncon there.
so both of these sevens were dropped. Hold on. That's so. This is a chance to get rid of this 2 4.
Eh,
Um,
no, that would
I
be a
guess
setback.
or get rid of the 5.
Discarding.
I mean, get rid of the 5 at least, and keep the extra
Yeah,
7. I guess the nine
I
the
was.
9 mon is a bit of an issue, but yeah,
I mean, the seven's not super helpful, but again, neither's like I'm discarding the 5 pin too. Like
yeah,
especially in the middle of the second row now, like it was. There is value in keeping it around in the hopes that you'll be able to get rid of the 2 Formon,
mm,
but now it's just becoming dangerous.
yeah, yeah. This Nakabukure kind of a lot not that good here. Um,
Yeah, it's a
be-
bad Nakabukure because there's
because
an
we're
8
so
mon and
close.
3 9 mon already discarded.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, yeah, keeping this 5 around for a really long time. Keep basically treating it like a safe tile, and it is not a safe tile. So yeah. I mean,
I
I
mean, the
guess
reason we're keeping it around is for improvement of the hand, but I just.
right. Well, I mean,
But no, I mean, I'm agreeing with you. But now that Toyman has 2 calls,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I probably don't discard that 8 pin either.
Yeah, the weight was on the 5 8 here. The 5 would have been Ipeco that added brought it up to 3.
We're actually incredibly lucky that. Oh, that's a 5 6 7 6 7 8. Yeah, I
Okay.
was gonna say we're lucky that it wasn't Sanshoku, but yeah, I don't. I think we do kind of need to fold there. Like our hand has no value,
Mhm.
and Toyman has 2 calls. They have one confirmed Dora. We
Mhm.
can't see any other Dora.
Mhm.
We have 3 8, so and we're kind of waiting on a 2 and 5 but there's already 2 5 gone. The
Yeah.
person on our left is discard a 5 and a 4. Like we're yeah, I think I discard probably the four either the 4 or the 4 mon. Like if
Yeah.
I was
And
going to Mawashi this at all, I discard the 4 mon.
almost any sumo will put us in third place as well because we were the first dealer. If the dealer gets hit by 1,000 points from its sumo, well, hold on. That's not that's incorrect.
Yeah, well, if the
Uh,
dealer gets hit for 1,000 points,
yeah.
like
So
2,000 point sumo total.
yeah, it would not be enough, but it would need to be like 3,000.
Right. Yeah,
Uh,
because I guess we do still lose points.
right, but yeah, what I'm saying is that sumo, either a hit on the dealer or it's sumo, either of which is kind of reasonably likely to happen, would improve our situation considerably. So that gives us more incentive to fold here.
Yeah, and the 8 pin doesn't feel good with the
Mhm.
6 pin coming out of the hand
Right.
after that last call.
This Tadashi 6 pin, pretty scary. And all these Tadashi tiles.
Well,
Yeah.
the way the tiles went is it went 6 7 8 chi, dropping the 4 mons. That was obviously a Ryoncon.
Hmm.
And then the next round they cheed the 5 6 7 and then
Hmm.
dropped the 6 pin. So now the area around that 6 pin
Hmm.
looks incredibly dangerous.
Right.
They
Okay.
both look tempai and
Hmm.
like they are waiting on a high pinzu.
Right. So it seems like they had some nice shapes that included that included the 6 pin. So they dropped the 6 pin in order to get like a Yanmen weight, and it ends up being the 5/8. Basically. Is that correct? Is it what I said just correct?
Yes.
Okay. I guess if it wasn't, you'd tell me I'm an idiot. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing I would never notice because I'm too lazy to be like, okay, they did a Tadashi on this after they cheated, and because of that, that must have been from this shape, etc. I understand
Well,
that logic, but
for what it's worth, if they call chi anything, they discard as Tadashi.
right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? When I'm saying, yeah, like yeah. I mean, it's Tadashi because it's still Tadashi. I mean, it comes from inside their hand. It was already in their hand, so it means the same thing as a normal Tadashi.
No, yeah, no, it does. Their hand definitely improved. It even
Yeah.
it tells you more than a normal Tadashi does
Right,
because their
right,
hand
right,
definitely improved.
right. So yeah. The fact that they called it chi and they did it at Tadashi, like yeah, basically it's like a super Tadashi. We can think of it.
This hand is good other than the 8-9 peen.
Hmm.
That made it better.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, this hand,
But
this hand has
I
some.
was like,
This hand seems slow, but like it has some potential value, and it's East 3. And I don't know.
the 9 peen drop hurt. I think the 9 peen drop hurts.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's very hard for this to become simple. So I feel like you may as well keep that 889 shape.
Especially with the Dora being the 1 peen.
Hmm.
Like we're not if we draw the 1 peen, we're gonna keep it.
Right. But how is that relevant to the 9 though?
Because it's I mean this hand isn't gonna become simples.
Right.
More
Yeah,
than
yeah, yeah.
likely.
Oh, right,
We'd have to
yeah,
drop the
yeah.
9 peen and both 1 so, and we'd have
Right,
to
yeah,
not
yeah.
draw
Yeah,
a
I
1
see, yeah, I
peen, which we
see.
would like to draw.
Yeah, we've got this pair of ones and we've got this 2/3. I think that like if it was one of those two things, we could think of simples, but having both of those makes it very unlikely. Yeah, and especially like you said with the 1 pin being Dora, like it's hard to imagine. Yeah, but yeah, going for simples. And I definitely don't agree with this because we need more points. Like there's a possibility of getting value here. I guess you can get 3 Han, but I don't feel like it speeds you up that much.
It
Um,
doesn't. It's incredibly slow because of what we have, and we've just called away our best shape.
yeah,
Now we might try to scare everybody else, but I just don't see that happening. I don't see anybody being frightened
yeah,
of us.
yeah. I think with this hand, you could just chill out and hope for value, and if it doesn't come, it doesn't come. Maybe somebody else gets hit, and you. But I mean, like this situation isn't great generally.
That's our 1 peen.
Oh shit.
And we deal in. Well, I
Yeah,
mean that was a garbage weight, but like
yeah.
we shouldn't have dealt that in because
Mm.
we shouldn't have pushed Tanya here.
Right. Yeah. The feeling I get here is a bit of like tilting, maybe with this hand. That may be incorrect, but that's the feeling I get. Is like just really wanting to win this hand and opening on everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody else at the table is opening on everything as well, and
Right.
you there is a sense where you feel like you have to keep up,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
we still have to play our hands
Right.
reasonably. And the problem with this hand is we didn't have any shapes even. Like we
Yeah.
did not have 5 shapes even
Mhm.
with all those discards. We never got to 5 shapes
Right.
at any point in the hand. So for
Yeah.
Tanya,
And the scores here are so close. You can very easily end up in third in a variety of ways. Um.
right? This situation feels a lot more desperate than it actually is.
Yeah. I mean,
At this
it
point, I'm even
sucks.
thinking of pushing towards West. Like,
Yeah. This situation does suck, but it's like yeah, like it doesn't help to push too much. Like I think that you're definitely better served by playing defensively in a situation where you're unlikely to win, given how close the scores are. Unless you were the dealer, maybe it'd be a different story. But yeah.
Even as dealer, our hand's gonna be more efficient closed.
Yeah. I think if we go back to like the start of this hand and take a look at it, like we got some pretty good shapes here. It just does not look like a hand that is going to go simples.
I mean, it does
Yeah.
look like a slow hand.
Yeah.
Like it's like this hand needs work.
Yeah. Yeah, it needs work, but it,
But
it doesn't. It doesn't look like a hand that can become fast. um,
no, it's
is the
not.
issue? Yeah, unless like you draw the east, I guess that would change things a little bit. Um, because you could use all of these shapes at that point. You don't have to worry about the 2-3 and the 1-1 at that point. But yeah. Anyway, I think you just have to consider like all the things that can happen here. Like this person can deal in, the dealer can deal into someone else and get hit with a mangan. Like a lot of things can happen that will easily put you in third place. It's very unlikely to push and win this hand by opening, as opposed to one of those things happen, I think.
So what's the situation in East 4 then?
Okay.
Let's see
Okay.
where this hand starts. So nobody's above 30K.
Mm-hmm.
So here
Mm-hmm.
it's tempting. We do not need to get out of last place this hand.
Right. Well, I mean, if the depending on if the dealer wins, they're just going to end the game.
Right. Well, we have to win. There's no winning scenario that is not
Mhm.
us winning.
Right. Oh yeah. Yes. That's correct. Yeah. So
We have to win this hand, but we don't need to get out of fourth.
mhm.
All
Well.
we need is to get to West 1. We will be dealer,
Mhm.
and then we can make our move. Right now, I think our goal is
Mhm.
we have to win this hand at all costs.
Yeah, I think the one exception would be if I don't know if someone gets a really expensive hand, it would make it possible that someone else deals in.
It would have to be dealer. Because
Yeah.
among anybody else,
Mhm.
winning a Mongon
Mhm.
will not get us out of fourth. The only
Right.
the only way we get out of fourth with someone else dealing in is if someone deals into a dealer Mongon.
Right. Or another possibility would be if somebody gets like an extremely fast hand. It could go into South One because Janchi One here gets a one on hand or something.
Yeah,
That could happen.
If North looks to have a very fast cheap hand, then I mean, but we're not concerned with that. If North has a fast cheap hand, we can push our hand against them, and if we deal into them, it's
Mm.
still not going to end the game. Like
Yeah.
regardless of
Yeah. That's a good point. The only thing, yeah, yeah. I
we'll
guess
see what we draw.
yeah. There's very
But
little reason not to push here. I'm trying to think of a scenario in which pushing would be bad, but
we do our shapes though. Like we have had a lot of really bad shapes.
Mhm.
Just this whole what is it? What's the word for east? That seven's nice.
The word for east.
Yeah,
Home.
South Sahanchan.
Oh, um, a han, a quarter. I don't know.
It starts
I
with a T,
forget.
doesn't it?
Um, I don't remember, to be honest. People never talk about East games. East games
So
are considered filthy. Okay, we've got
there we go.
Shampoo.
We have our Tempai. And I
Yeah.
absolutely agree with the calls. I agree with what we
Mm,
discarded. It made sense.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we get one more dealership, that gives us a chance. So yeah.
Meanwhile, Dealer opened on the 9 Mon. I wonder what they're up to.
Um.
Do you see any Haku?
Oh, there we go.
Sweet, you got a Sumo. Perfect. That's what we wanted. A fast, cheap win.
Mm,
Now we make our move.
yeah. Hmm. Yeah. That. Yeah. Very very good. Grabbing a chance for victory from the ashes here.
And of course, we are dealt
Okay.
garbage again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 distinct terminals and
Yeah,
honors.
that's
Like
amazing.
it's just
That's like the worst hand you can get, basically. I mean, it would be worse if you didn't have the 3-4 and the 6-7 in there, but it's hard to get much worse than this.
yeah, North.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a nice draw. I probably keep this. Well, yeah. I mean, we gotta discard something.
yeah, it's hard to say what to do here because it's just like this isn't this situation sucks, and you just have to
I
hope.
now that that just improves the hand immensely. We have gotten
Yeah,
very good draws.
yeah, but I mean, it takes so many good draws that we're still pretty far away.
We
Still three
are, but
away.
like this is everybody else other than Toyman has only discarded terminals and honors so far. So I feel like we've caught up.
We technically have 5 shapes, so yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, we could definitely just win like a Menton pin here, and that would be enough to win the game. So maybe theoretically could be enough to win.
Our draws have gotten worse.
Yeah,
That's nice. No, no, why? We have no use for the safe Hatsu. Like I understand holding on to safe tiles
mhm.
in general, but now is kind of not the time for it.
Yeah,
We must win. Again, we're in a must win situation.
yeah,
So I think we discard the Hatsu. Um yeah, I was wondering if we should have discarded the 9 peen instead of the 3 mon. I don't know if that would have messed up our Shanten.
yeah. Let's go back really fast.
When did So go back to the Hatsu drop, and then we can go forward from there.
Okay.
Right, because we draw.
Mm.
Right, so we drop the Hatsu.
So you were saying we should
Oh
drop the
wait, no,
Hatsu
yeah,
instead of the 6. So should I go back another turn here?
yeah. Right here,
Mhm.
definitely drop the Hatsu.
Yeah. So we do
Hatsu
have
out.
there is a lot of good things to drop here. I mean, we could also drop the one or
The one steps us backwards.
does it? Hold on.
Yeah, our 5 shapes as it stands right now are 1 3 3 4 4 4 5 6 7 5 6 6.
Hold on. um well, the 7-9 could also be a shape.
But
Hold
if the
on.
7 9, like there's no way to make 3 shapes out of the Pinzu. Unless we do like 7 9 5 6 4 4,
Mhm.
which would not be a fun way to break that up.
But yeah, regardless, dropping the Hatsu seems fine because, like, yeah, we don't need to hold on to a safe tile in this situation. Um,
So we want to drop the Hatsu there, but if we so then we go forward a turn.
yeah.
All right, now we drop it. Okay. Now we have 6 shapes. We
Mm.
draw the 4.
Mhm.
Yet now
So now we have so many pairs. So dropping the 9 pin here would be fine, right?
well, it is kind of awkward. If we drop the 1 mon,
Mhm.
then we have 3 pairs. If we drop the 9 peen,
Mhm.
we only have 1 pair. Really. Like
Yeah.
with the but the reason I think we need to drop the 9 peen
Mm.
is we can now call for Tanyao.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like yeah, the shapes here are a little bit awkward in general. This 4 4 5 6 7 9 9. Yeah. Um.
Like if we drop one 9
Mm.
peen and then draw the 8 peen, we're still good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the nice thing about having dropping the 9 pin gives you this extra shape here that you can draw into that really which really helps out a lot. I think dropping the 1 is also fine.
I
Because
prefer the shape in Manzu to the extra pair and Pinzu.
Mhm.
Personally.
Yeah. Yeah, this 1, 3, 3, 4, I kinda hate this. The acceptance here
Yeah,
is kinda bad.
it is. I feel like we can get a 2-mon though. Like
Right.
there's the with the 1-mon in the discard pile, like I
Yeah.
feel like there are 2-mon up for grabs.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, okay.
Then we drop the 3, huh?
Yeah, so yeah, yeah, prioritizing this 799 over the
799.
334, um, which kind of so I don't know about that. Because this is the counterintuitive advice that Rishi Book 1 gives, isn't it? That you should keep this shape rather than this shape. The 799 is, but it also like the 334 is generally like is nicer because it's like in the middle. Um, so I actually am not sure about the best thing to do. What would you do here? Well, I mean, you would get rid of the 9 just so you can open, right? Like you want to get rid of the terminals anyway.
Yeah, but now it is kind of awkward.
Yeah, yeah.
I
This
mean, because
four,
that
five, six.
7.
I mean, you could get an Epeko here. You get the 5 or the 6.
Yeah, I think dropping the 3-mon at this point is fine. I mean,
Mhm.
we're pretty committed to not opening our hand at this point. Like
Yeah.
if we were gonna drop the 9 pin, I feel like we had to drop it
Hmm.
earlier, and now that we haven't, we keep it.
Okay.
We'll see what we draw though.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
Ooh.
All right. Keeping this Nobaton. So can this become a
Um,
Minton pin?
I think.
리치.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
definitely.
Pinfu.
I Yeah, waiting on the 2-5.
So this is pretty cheap, but yeah, could get two Ura, I guess.
チ
Two Ura and Sumo would be a win. Well, I guess it wouldn't be because it would be it's 20 Fu, so it would be
Well, it'd be Ricci Pinfu Sumo Tuura, so Tuura is still fine. I
Oh
I
yeah,
do think
yeah.
though, I do think I would have called on the 3 so earlier in the hand.
Was that a call into Tenpai?
Yeah. Or not into Tenpai, it was a call into Ishanten. So go back to the second 3 so drop from Kamicha.
Okay. All right.
Right
So
here.
okay, yeah. So drop here, take the 3, 4, 5, and like drop the 9 or
Drop the 9 king, yeah.
yeah, and then you'd have this symmetric shape here: 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. There may be a name for that. Like there's some similar shape to that that's like called the wing or something like that. But anyway, yeah, that's a nice Ishan 10 for just a simples hand. I mean, it amounts to kind of the same thing. Like it doesn't really make that much difference compared to the,
Mhm.
but definitely can at least keep the game from ending this round, which could theoretically happen in the third row with someone else winning. So yeah.
Well, because another concern, like we super have to be Tenpai
Hmm.
because I mean the game could end if North is
Right,
the
right,
only person Tenpai.
right. Yeah.
Again with these pinchons, I think we've had the 8-9 mon in hand every round. These have just been like
Yeah, bad.
really
Yeah,
difficult hands,
this is bad. This is the bad shapes game,
and then we
unfortunately.
get skipped.
Well, that's a nice draw. Need a couple more of those.
チ
Hmm.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know about that call.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but we feel like we're racing South. But again, South can win a hand. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't kill us if South wins a hand.
Yeah, it'd be much worse if Janchi 3 wins, or even Janchi 2 is more scary to win.
That's a good draw though.
Well, this could become Sanshoku. 2-han Sanshoku. Well, 3-han because it's simples as well.
地
There's the 5. We drop the...
Oh, but what about Sanshoku? Beautiful, beautiful Sanshoku. Oh, there's Tenpai.
Waiting on the 3-peen.
This is 2-han 30 fu Tenpai. Pretty cheap. But I mean, just win like 10 times, and eventually you'll win the game. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
that looks like it's going to end the game.
Oh, and that's the... Oh my god, that's the winning tile. Okay.
Oh, no, that doesn't end the game.
Oh, yeah, not quite. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was going to end the game. Okay. Well,
Now we
still going.
have another inefficient hand. Like,
yeah.
Every draw has been slow.
Yeah, this situation is so bad, and this needs to be...
God.
Yeah.
2-5-8. What a draw.
Yeah, we're like significantly behind now. We're like as behind as we've ever been in this game. Like it's pretty rough. South 2 in an East game. Yeah, this is such a miserable game. Like, I mean, it is an East game. So at least
it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah. I'm sure if this was a South game, it'd be so much more miserable if it was a similar relative length.
I wonder whether we should chi that 7-peen.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Let me go back to
because
that.
a sumo is not going to like West sumoing is not going to help.
So you're thinking just a chi to break the Ipatsu?
Well, no, I mean if they sumo anything, we lose.
Yeah.
The problem is they cannot sumo big enough, or they are not reasonably going to sumo big enough for us to climb out of this hole. And nobody has any incentive to push except for us. Like East and South here should just be folding.
Right.
They have no reason to push anything. Absolutely none. Because even if we push and win, we are not going to overtake. So there's no danger to either East or South. Like they're both out of the hand now. We have no choice but to fight this. I say we chi the 7-peen because our shapes suck, and we toss the 1-mon.
Right. Yeah. Get rid of this Penshan. Yeah. This could theoretically become simples.
I mean, it's what it has to become.
Yeah.
Like we are 3 Shanten or 4 Shanten perhaps. Like we're 3 Shanten. We have nothing. This like chi to 6, 7, 8. Drop the 1-2-mon, and just do what you can. Just become a maniac because you have no other choice.
Yeah, I guess breaking the sumo or breaking the Ipatsu could have some utility but it would require one of them to deal in, which they're not going to do.
No, breaking Ipatsu hurts us. Like the only way West winning helps us is if it's a massive hand and they run one of the other 2 people, but they're not going to run one of the other 2 people. Their discard pool makes it so easy to play defense. 8-6, 1-7, 6-7, like in every suit. So we can expect pretty handily that no one's going to deal in. As we see, we have a safe 6-mon and then the Suji 3-so, and that person's calling because they're a fucking goon.
Okay. Yeah, I just assumed nothing was going to happen in the sand, like it was just going to be Oh yeah, it was a Ricci only hand. So so really the solution was to deal in after the Apasu turn. So it was only 1,000 points.
To make it 1,300.
Okay. All right. Well, that was a game. That was rough.
I do think we should have pushed. Start just cheating.
Yeah. I feel like in this game, like the big issue was just the terrible shapes more than anything else. Although we did point out a few things, but that was the main problem.
There was, I don't know if there was a single good high pay.
Well, so
I'm sad. I'm sad after watching these hands.
Can you remember anything that we point like? Is there any high level recommendations you can give?
I feel like the decisions on calling were suspect. Like we called a couple times when we shouldn't have, and we didn't call sometimes when we needed to. And that's the main thing that I noticed, and also remembering when nobody has won a big hand, and when people are continuously winning small hands, even in last, things aren't as dire as they may seem.
Right. Yeah, like that one hand where they opened a lot on like a really bad hand, trying to make up ground instead of just being patient and letting it play out. Just wait. Yeah, just a general comment that I think is worth repeating a lot. Like, just wait for your opportunity. In the individual round and in the game as a whole, just chill out, wait for your opportunity is usually a better move than like pushing for something that seems hard to come to you.
Yes, absolutely.
Because there's a lot of ways you can gain by hanging back, by something else happening, and there's so many ways that you can have something bad happen to you when you're like going into unneeded danger.
And I am by no means suggesting that people play the way I do, which is to basically not participate in the game at all. But
yeah,
you should be very intentional about when you participate. Like,
right, yeah.
Make your decisions consciously, which is what you were saying. But I just wanted to make sure that I kind of preempted anybody being like, "But you never do anything on we." Which is a fair criticism, but.
And the only other minor comment was I think we noted a little bit too much emphasis on Hurriten. That it's not the end of the world to have a bit of Hurriten in your hand, Hurriten possibilities.
Well, I don't know that actually was the case, because they held on to a Hurriten shape that they made very good use of on in South 4 or East 4. I mean, I just think on the hand you're thinking about is when they had the 2-2-3-4 peen, which recognized like taking the value over the efficiency was what needed to happen there. Because I think the 3 peen got discarded not because of fear for a 10, but because of keeping the shapes that were already in hand.
Right. Okay. But
that hand was, I think, one of the crucial ones.
This is a pretty painful game to watch. Pretty brutal tiles. It happens.
We've been known to take 2 hours on a single log, and we just got through 3 logs in less than 2 hours. I'm incredibly proud of us.
Yeah, we did a good. Yeah, I think we did a good job on these. We I think I delayed us sometimes unnecessarily, but you forced me to move on to another hand. So I give you the credit.
Except for the discussion of the Kita on the very first hand of the logs. That was me, but
yeah. It's just too fun to discuss things sometimes. It's just you have to indulge a little bit sometimes in discussion of silly things.
I've been doing a lot of commentary lately, and that's the only thing I dislike about doing live commentary is just the inability to just sit on one decision and just discuss every single out of it. Like I love being like, let's discuss whether you should call Kita here or not for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I wish there was more information on the screen for commentary, like giving you that information so you don't have to be constantly paying attention and constantly commenting on stuff happening, and just talk about the stuff that's interesting. I'm kind of surprised that hasn't like been done already, given how obvious it seems. Like it would be helpful to like know what the know how far away each player is at any given time, and like know like various stuff that might be like useful and non-obvious. But anyway,
God, that just seems like it'd be so hard.
It's not. I mean, I don't think it'd be hard for Mahjong Soul to like implement that. To just the one thing.
For them to implement it, yes. It would be easier it would be very hard to do externally. It'd be easy to do internally.
Yeah, in order for us to implement that, we would need to like get all the tiles, information on the tiles, and then like take that, run it through something, and then display the result on screen. For them, they already have all that information. But yeah. Anyway, that was fun, and I guess we'll do this again next week. So long as we have the time to do it.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, this was fun. I guess that'll be it for now. I don't think we have any more logs to go over, and then we've already been streaming for a couple hours.
Yeah, it's time for me to go home. I've been recording in like just the middle of the road. I drove 15 miles away from my house, had someone drive my car back, and I've just been recording in the middle of the road. And I really need to pack up and start walking if I want to get home before the sun rises.
Really? Okay. I did not realize that was the situation.
I've got a really good noise gate, like keeping the cars driving by from like having auxiliary noise. But yeah, I'm sitting outside of a Starbucks. It's actually incredibly cold right now.
Okay. Well, you get home and warm up and go to sleep and have a good restful evening. And I'll talk to you later.
See you, Sparkle Bill.
All right. So long.